Hi guys, Chuck Quinton here, founder of RotarySwing.com, the most successful online teaching system. One of the most common problems that most amateurs struggle with is early extension or coming out of their posture in the downswing. And for years I've come to the conclusion that most golf instructors just don't simply know how to fix this problem, because every golfer I see still does it and nobody seems to fix it until they come to Rotary Swing and we show them there's only one way that you can create this movement, believe it or not. It's pretty simple. So when you eliminate this one movement that you're going to learn in a second, you won't be able to come out of your posture anymore. You won't be able to go into early extension, and it's going to be a very, very simple fix that's going to fix this problem once and for all. So let's take a look at exactly what causes this problem. In its simplest terms, let's define what this is actually first. When you're saying somebody that stands up out of their posture earlier has early extension, what they have is they're losing their tush line, or their hips are moving in closer to the ball or the target line, and this always happens during the downswing. Now, as you can see from this movement, this is going to change a lot of things. It's going to change the pitch and attitude of the club, so it's going to change the shaft plane. It's going to change the path that the club is going to approach the ball on. It's going to change my spine angle. Spine angle is going to help dictate swing plane. So a lot of things get changed by this one little culprit in the swing. And so a lot of times you'll see golfers who have early extension, they come too far from the inside and they got to flip their hands, and they spend their whole career trying to chase the golf ball around by trying to figure out compensations to fix what's really a body problem, not a golf club problem. You don't fix your swing plane by trying to chase the symptoms. You try to fix the cause, and the cause is you're losing your posture, and your posture is going to dictate swing plane and path. So when you have this motion, what's causing this is that you are pushing too hard off your right side, if you're a right-handed golfer, of course. So what I'm doing to create this motion is I'm actually pushing off my right leg, my right glute, my calf are all activating. That's causing me to stand up. Now, in the RST 5-step system, you'll know that we focus on getting you to pull. Pushing is important, it adds power to the swing, but the dominant force has got to be a pulling motion. That's what helps you stay centered. If you've seen my takeaway video, you've learned that I teach people to do a movement this big to have a perfectly centered takeaway. And in the downswing, that doesn't change. You should always be moving in the opposite direction you want the club to travel, unless you want to screw up your swing. And believe it or not, every single goof up that you probably have in your swing is because you're trying to move the golf club and move your body in the same direction. Now that seems kind of crazy. What do I mean by that? In the downswing, the club is going this way. It's going down and out. And so what people try to do is they try to create force moving that way, which I can do all with my right side. I can push the club with my arm, my wrist, my shoulder, the right leg, all moving in that direction. That's going against what you want to do if you put Sir Isaac Newton in the driver's seat, which we do with Rotary Swing. You want to be creating centripetal force with your body, not this linear pushing force, which is way less efficient. And so you want to be pulling your body this way, and that will get the club to go that way. Believe it or not, when you start pulling from the left side and moving your left hip out of the way, away from the direction that the club is going, look what happens to my posture. So I'm going to relax my right side and I'm going to use the left side. Did I lose my spine angle? Did I lose my tush line? No, of course not. All I got to do is move from the correct muscles in the right sequence, and all of a sudden, all of your swing flaws go away. That's what Rotary Swing Tour is all about, and that's what the RST 5-step system is. It's teaching you to move the correct muscles in the correct sequence. So if you're one of those golfers who wants to go and play once a month or once a year and, kind of go out and have a good time with your buddies, that's great, have a blast, but that's not what Rotary Swing's for. We're for the serious golfer who wants to see just how good they can get. The golfer who eats, sleeps, breathes, drinks golf, and that this is your life and passion. You need to pay attention to what we're talking about when you're learning to move your body correctly instead of worrying about moving the golf club correctly. The club will go where you want it to when you learn to focus on moving your body correctly. If that sounds interesting to you, I'm going to show you a preview of one of our RST 5-step system videos at the end of this video. I want you to take a look at it, and if this resonates with you, maybe you found a home in RotarySwing.com. Okay, so you've made it through the first videos. We've got weight shift happening, which is a huge help in the swing. It helps everything sequence correctly. And now you've got rotation, the whole core of the rotation, which is really the golf swing. If you rotate correctly, the rest of it's really easy. So if you've gotten these first 2 videos and you're doing those drills and you're doing them properly, everything's starting to go really, really well in your golf swing. It should be. Make sure you're doing these drills in sequence. So now the 3rd video is getting this lead arm, and we've talked a lot about the lead arm in other videos, so I'm not going to go in detail about it, or how important it is to work with the lead arm. But we're going to get this guy to start working with the other drills. So we're stacking things, we're making these drills progressive, we're adding new components to them. So still shifting our weight, now we're turning, and we're using our hips to unwind, and we're going to get our left arm to play nicely with this stuff. So if you're left-handed, obviously it's going to be your right arm. So lead arm, I'm going to shift my weight, I'm going to turn to the top, and now I'm going to try and leave my arm up here. I don't need it. I don't even have a club. Forget golf for a second. Just leave it up here. I'm going to shift my weight back to the left, post up, and look where my hand is. I didn't try to move my hand down here at all. In fact, I tried to leave it up here. This is the key to understanding how you power the swing efficiently, and how you get the club to come down on plane, and how do you get the club to come on path, and how you get the club to square up. All of these things that you struggle with your whole life, swinging over the top, etc., is all fixed by doing these moves in this sequence.